What is going on, faithful? What is going on, faithful? How's everybody doing? Welcome to the Niner Sickness podcast on this Thursday afternoon, where we're doing our 49ers versus Jags predictions. We're going to give our predictions, and you're going to have the opportunity to win a prize. Do you feel lucky, punk? If you don't know what that quote is from, that quote is from Clint Eastwood. For those of you guys that are young, probably do not know who Clint Eastwood is, but he quoted that in one of his films. Do you feel lucky, punk? Eduardo, Edward, you are the winner, bro. Oh, this got big. Hold on, guys. Hold on. This is way too big. Why? Hold on, guys. Hold on. Give me a second. Way too. I don't know why they got so big. It's weird. All right. There you go. So anyway, you were the winner, Edward. You were the winner of the Niners and Rams prediction. So this is what I need you guys to do. Congratulations, Edward. What I need you to do is, if you look on the top of me, you got to send me an email at ninersicknesspodcast@yahoo.com. Okay? You can put it on the comments here as well. But I need you to send me the email. It'll be easier for me to see your prediction, because what I had to do for the Rams versus the Niners is I had to watch the whole video over again. And to be honest with you, watching my own video for an hour, a little too much. So this is what I need you guys to do. We're going to have a nice conversation this evening. Send me an email to ninersicknesspodcast@yahoo.com. On the topic, put score prediction, okay? On the subject of the email. Very important. On the subject of the email, put on their score prediction so that I know that's what it's for. So send me an email to @ninersicknesspodcast@yahoo.com. On the title, put on their score prediction, okay? So how's everybody doing? I hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful evening. On this Thursday evening, we're going to talk a little bit of 49ers and Jaguars game. Dina, welcome, Dina. Welcome to the show. Before we go any further, do me a favor, everyone. Please wipe your feet before entering and smash that like button for your boy, Niner Sickness. Smash the like button for me. I appreciate that. And for those that haven't already, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Truly appreciate that. My boy, my brother from another mother. How you doing, Jesse? Jesse, how you doing, brother? Last Second Sports is in the house. 27-17 Niners. What's up, brother? How you doing, Jesse? So yeah, you guys can put the scores on here, but you guys, in order for you guys to be eligible to win, you got to send me an email. So send me an email at ninersicknesspodcast@yahoo.com. On the topic, put score prediction, and then put your score prediction. Then I'll have it there, and then I'll look at them, and then I will announce the winner on Tuesday, November 23rd at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, you don't have to be present to win. If you pick the right score or closest to the score, you are the winner. Now, if there's a tie or there's a few of you that pick scores similar, like in this case, for the Rams and Niners score prediction, we had Glenn Allen and we had Edward Pareto both picking the Niners 31-27. So what I did was I did a duck race. And the duck race looks like this. Let me show you what a duck race looks like. The duck race looks like this. Let me show you what it looks like real quick. This is what the duck race looks like. It looks like this. So what I'll do is if there's a tie, we will break the tie with a duck race. Everybody loves the duck race, don't we? So you guys gotta make sure you guys send me an email to ninersicknesspodcast@yahoo.com and put on their score prediction and then give me your score prediction. I will look through them and then I will announce the winner on Tuesday, November 23rd at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time live. You don't have to be present to win. You don't have to be present to win. Hello, Niner Beta. What's going on? What's up, JBX? How you doing? 34-13 Niners. My prediction wiped my feet. Thank you for wiping your feet. Email sent. Perfect. That's what I want to see. Perfect. That's what I want to see is I want to see you guys send me the email to show me the prediction of the Niners versus the Jaguars. That's what I want to see most definitely. So, how's everybody doing today? How do you guys feel about this Niner and Jaguar game? By the way, I'm wearing Mr. You know who, right? Roger Craig, baby. The Roger Craig jersey. Old school Roger Craig. Let's see here. Moses. What's up, Moses? Again, guys, as you guys walk in, make sure to send me an email. Look on top. The email is ninersicknesspodcast@yahoo.com. Send me your predictions to my email. That's the only way that it will be valid. Because I may not review this video again and I may miss your prediction. So I'm going to go based off the emails, not necessarily the predictions in the comments. So it's very important that you guys send me that email if you guys want to participate in the prediction. And Edward, send me an email to ninersickness@yahoo.com so that I can let you know what you won. That's right. Roger Craig, baby. That's right. First player to ever have 1,000 yards rushing and 1,000 yards receiving. Matter of fact, I have his picture on the wall, autographed by Roger Craig on that 1,000. He put on there 1,000K rushing, 1,000K receiving for me. Seahawks fan here. Great game against the Rams. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm looking forward to playing the Rams shortly. Hey, congratulations on having Russell Wilson back. Tough game against the Packers. I think, who do you guys play this week? You guys play the Cardinals, I think? Well, on the compose, which is the subject, you just put on there score prediction, and then within the email itself, you just put on their, whatever your prediction is. So it's very simple. Very simple. For those that would like to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me at NinerSickness49. Show me some love. You guys can follow my IG at NinerSickness. You can also follow me on Facebook. I have a page and a group under Niner Sickness. You are welcome to follow me there. And Mr. Bosa, bang, bang, Niner gang. So, this game against the Jags, a lot of people think that the Niners may lose this game because they're flying high on the win against the Rams. Can this be a trap game? Could it be a trap game against the Jaguars? Are the Jaguars a good team, an okay team, or a bad team? The Jaguars are a terrible team. Let's be honest. They are terrible. But they do have a good running team. They are a good running team. And one of the things that we lack in defensively is stopping the run. I think we're in the low 20s against the run. So that's an area that concerns me. We were able to be okay with the Rams, but can the Niners stop the Jaguars' running attack? Could the Niners do that? Perfect. Thank you, sir. Moses says, email sent. Thank you. May I ask you something? Absolutely. Feel free to ask me any questions you have, sir. I just got it. Thank you, Beto. Let's see here. Yeah, Seahawks are playing the Cardinals. We got to root for the Seahawks to beat the Cardinals. And when we beat the Jags, we will be gaining ground on only 2 games out of first in the division. Wow. How important was that game against the Rams? How important this W that we had against the Rams was for the 49ers going forward. JVX makes a perfect statement. If the Cardinals lose and Seattle wins, the Rams are on a bye. The Niners get closer and gain ground to winning the division. We're not that far from the division. Our schedule is more favorable now than it was in the beginning. So this game that we just won, the Rams, was huge. It was big time. We needed this win. If we would have lost against the Rams, we would have found ourselves in a bad situation. We needed this win, and the Niners were able to win. Not only were they able to win, but they won mighty. They were very competitive. They convincingly won the game against. They outran the Rams. They outplayed the Rams. I mean, my goodness. This game was needed. Austin Blackwood, how you doing, brother? Welcome. If you want to play on the prediction game, send me an email, Austin, to Niner Sickness Podcast at yahoo.com. Possibly a trap game. I hope not. Jags are a bad team. They are. And they have nothing to lose. This is what scares me about the Jaguars. Thank you. I hope so. We need to win again. We got to win out, honestly. But one week at a time, one game at a time. But we definitely need to concentrate on the Jaguars. We cannot overlook the Jaguars one bit. I checked out the receivers for the Jaguars. They don't scare anyone. Sickness. I know I can lock them down. Their running game is what concerns me, Mr. Divac Disciple. Not necessarily their passing game, but their run game. But if we can shut down their run game, we should be able to have a nice W. And then remember, we're playing in a short week, and we're traveling to the East Coast. We're losing 3 hours. So that's going to take a little bit of a toll. What do you think about Pete Carroll? I think being a Niner, putting myself as a fan aside, I think Pete Carroll is a great coach. I think Pete Carroll had a great run with the Seattle in Seattle. Pete Carroll did a lot of great things for Seattle, but I think Pete Carroll is, I don't know about anybody else, but the future of the NFL is really heading to these new young coaches that, they come in with an offensive game plan. The Sean McVays, the Kyle Shanahans, the head coach of the Cincinnati Bengals. I love Pete Carroll. I don't like when he plays against us, but he's a great coach. But I just think that Seattle should be moving on to more, unless you bring an offensive play caller that can help out your team. But I don't know. I just think Pete Carroll is kind of getting up there in age, and a lot of them, they stay true to themselves. They're old school. They don't want to try nothing new. I don't know. I just think all these new coaches that are coming in are taking over the league. But I think overall, Pete Carroll is a good coach. He's done very well for the Seahawks. He's been a thorn in the Niners behind. So there's nothing really bad to say about Pete Carroll, in my opinion. That are a good team. And even tough, it is a long trip. We will always be prepared, I hope, against the Rams game. Like the Rams game. I got you. Jags already got their trap game win versus the Bills. We are going to go into Jacksonville and walk out with a dub. I like that, J-Big. Love it. What's up, Tommy Huxley? How you doing, sir? I watched the film on the Lambs game. Norman was horrible and needs to tighten up. Yeah. Unfortunately, until they bring in Lenore or Avery Thomas, we're going to have to put up with Josh Norman. We're just going to have to pray. See, I don't even expect Josh Norman to have great plays. I don't expect him to have a big game. I just pray that he doesn't screw things up. As long as he doesn't screw things up, as long as he don't cause penalties, I'm okay with it. Emmanuel Mosley and K'Wan Williams will do the rest. Jimmy Ward. And then we're getting Tart back. And, hey, I don't know about you guys, but Hufanga has been playing very good for a rookie safety. So, as long as Norman doesn't hurt us, I don't expect him to be that much of a help, if that makes sense. Rams' win was huge. We're on a verge of being swept in the division. Yeah. We're huge. we're on the verge of being swept. Are you referring to us sweeping the Rams? Because we lost to Seattle once. We lost to the Cardinals twice. I think we can sweep the Rams, and I think we'll beat the Seattle in Seattle. So we'll see how it goes. But you're right, Edward. That win against the Rams was needed for the coach. It was needed for the players, for the locker room, the morale, to build stamina, to build upon. And the way we won, we dominated. Now, let me ask you, the defense that Arizona presents, the defense that Arizona runs is very similar to the defense of the Rams. Why do we struggle against Arizona and not so much against the Rams? Why do we struggle against Arizona and not the Rams? Now, the offense of Arizona is a bit different, but the defense is very similar to what the Rams run. So why do we play bad against the Cardinals and we crush the Rams? I mean, those are legitimate questions, right? It's a legitimate question. Why do we play bad against the Cardinals, but yet we have good games against the Rams? Can anybody answer that for me? They're not. I think they're pretenders. I think that the Rams put all their money into the middle of the table. They went out and got OBJ in free agency. They traded for Von Miller. They have no number ones, no number twos, no number threes. The Rams have to win. The Rams, this year and next year, they have to win a Super Bowl. Because if they don't win a Super Bowl this year or next year, that team is going to be in a world of trouble. I'm having a wonderful evening, Josh. Just, chillaxing, talking to you guys, football, talking 49er Jags, doing the 49er Jags prediction. Make sure you guys send me an email to @NinerSicknessPodcast@yahoo.com in order to play. I just ate some nice chicken quesadillas. Ooh. Chicken quesadillas. I hope you put a lot of hot Tabasco sauce. We need to drop Norman like a bad cold. Well, we dropped Kirkpatrick. We already cut Kirkpatrick. And I wouldn't be opposed to dropping Norman. I really want to give Lenore an opportunity to play. Something about Kyle Shanahan. Feeling comfortable with veterans. I don't know what it is with Kyle that he feels so comfortable with veterans over rookies. I mean, how much worse could Lenore be compared to Norman? I mean, is there a big difference? Obviously, Kyle sees something more in Norman than he does in Lenore. But come on, Kyle. How much of a drop is there really going to be from Josh Norman to Lenore? I don't know. I don't think there's a big drop. But then again, I'm not the head coach of the Niners either. Aziz Al-Shir is going to be what the Niners expected Reuben Foster to be. Yes and no. Honestly, for me, Fred Warner has become what the Niners wanted in Reuben Foster. That's just my opinion. Fred Warner has become that middle linebacker that we wanted from Reuben Foster. And Greenlaw is a wonderful compliment to Fred Warner. Aziz, he's okay. I like him. He's a good replacement type of linebacker, but I cannot wait to get. I just forgot his name. I just mentioned his name. Greenlaw back into action because Greenlaw complements Fred Warner much more than Aziz does, in my opinion. You guys got George Kittle. We do. And now that Deebo Samuel is becoming his own person, now that Deebo Samuel is becoming that top receiver, we no longer have to call Kittle our number one receiver. Kittle is a tight end that complements the Niners offense, but we can truly say we have a number one receiver now in Deebo Samuel, and I love it. And Brandon Ayuk is slowly coming along. This offense is coming together at the right time. Jeff Wilson coming back into the lineup for our running game is great. Now, I haven't heard anything on Elijah Mitchell's finger, how the operation went. Did he get to practice? Do you guys know if he has had a chance to practice since his injury? Because that will determine whether he plays against the Jaguars or not. I am saying we will win this, but we can't be too cocky about the Jags. Absolutely. Nobody should take any team lightly in the first place. Never take anything. See, to me, the Jaguars did not beat the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills beat themselves. They downplayed the Jags. And that was the Buffalo Bills' mistake. They did not take the Jags serious, and the Jags bit them in the butt. That guy, Josh Allen, pretty good pass rusher for the Jaguars. And Dina, you're on 100% correct. You cannot overlook the Jacksonville Jaguars, because if you do, what happened to the Bills can happen to the Niners. Now, I don't expect that to happen. I think the Niners, even though they won and they won big against the Rams, they're going to build off the momentum of this win. And they're going to continue to go forward. They know what is at jeopardy now. They know that they have to maintain W's if they want to get into the playoffs. They cannot afford the Carolina Panthers are playing better. And the Saints, you can never count them out for that 7th spot. So that 7th spot, there's a fight to get to that 7th spot. So the Niners need to continue to fight game per game. They cannot afford to overlook anybody. They can't. They must play everyone well. A low-scoring game is a problem. 3 out of 3. Okay, let me read this again. A low-scoring game is a problem. 3 and out, big problem. I hear you. I really, this is maybe my gut, but I think the Niners are going to win very convincingly over the Jags. As long as the 49ers play 49er football, as long as they run the ball, they execute, they don't make mistakes. That's the key. No turnovers. You cannot. I cannot stress this enough. You cannot turn over the ball, especially on the road. Don't turn over the ball. Protect the ball. Protect the ball and run the ball. If we can run, and protect the ball, we should be fine against the Jaguars. The Niners are going to be mentally and physically prepared. I know they gain their confidence back. 100% agree with you. 100%. 100%. Kathy Sanchez is in the house. How you doing, Kathy? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Hello, Beto. How's your evening doing? I'm doing great, relaxing, having a wonderful evening with you guys, enjoying talking 49er football. When you believe good things happen, good things happen. Absolutely. 100%. Yep. I love Pete Carroll at USC. That's my team. But when he went to the Seahawks, he became my worst enemy. Wow. That must have been a kind of a weird transition, huh, Tommy? Going from a person you liked as a head coach in college to a guy that you dislike in the pros. Talk about like a bad breakup with a girlfriend, right? She goes from being your girlfriend to your ex and now being your boss. Really? He's the owner of Amazon, right? I believe he's the owner of Amazon. He wants to buy the Hawks. Rich people and their money, huh? They don't know what to do. Didn't he just go into outer space or something? Listen, Jeff, if you don't know what to do with your money, donate some of that money over here to Niner Sickness. Wait. I never said you couldn't. I never said you couldn't. But I don't know too much about the receivers. And I'm not saying you can't handle your business, Mr. Martinez, the D-bag disciple. I just haven't really. I don't know who their receivers are. But you being a D-back disciple and you being a D-back coach, ex-player at that position, coach at that position, if you saw the receivers that are the Jaguars and you determine that you can play them well, not to take nothing away from you, that just means they are terrible. And if that's the case, Josh Norman and Emmanuel Mosley should handle their business against them. We lost the Super Bowl 49 because of Pete. That was when Pete called a pass instead of the run to Lynch, right? That's when he should have ran the ball to Marshawn Lynch, and he decided to pass. That was tough. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I enjoyed it. I didn't want Seahawks to win, but I hear you. Now, the thing about decisions like that, if that would have been a completion for a touchdown, Pete would have won the Super Bowl, right? Pete would have won, yes. Pete makes the wrong call, he loses, and damn Pete. So sometimes when you make gutsy calls, they're not all going to work out the way you want them to, but you got to respect a coach that it has the guts to make a call like that. And Pete Carroll definitely was able to do that. We suffered something similar to that as well. Back in 2012, when we were playing the Ravens, we had our own Marshawn Lynch and Frank Gore. And we should have given the ball to Frank Gore. And what did we do? 4 passes, and 3 of them to Crabtree. Are you kidding me? So I feel your pain. And we lost the Super Bowl because of that as well. So if you want to have anything in common with a Niner fan, is that we both teams passed when they should have ran for a possible win. In other words, he's not going to waste his money, right, Tommy? Tommy and Sickness, I disagree how Norman played this past Monday. He did decent, but I'm still not happy with his behavior. Now, Tommy made a comment about Josh Norman. I just don't like Josh Norman, okay? I don't like Josh Norman, period. So, I didn't say he played bad. I just don't like him. So, he can go. Waste of our time. What's up, Ben? Welcome to the stream. Niners will defeat the Jags 34-19. Make sure you send me an email, though. You got to send me an email, Ben, to ninersicknesspodcast@yahoo.com in order to qualify to play. I don't think he was showing any disrespect. Unavoidable. Tommy, be cool, bro. I know you don't. You're not a Seahawks fan, but there's no need to attack each other. So please keep it cordial. Please, guys, keep it cordial. No need to insult each other. Insult each other's teams. Talk about each other's teams all you want, but let's keep it cordial. Got to go, Beto. Niners 5-5. Possible. Let's go. Absolutely. And make sure you send me an email, Edward, because I want to let you know what you want so that when you receive it, you can let everybody know on my show what you want, brother. Once again, congratulations on winning. I have a feeling Eric Armstead is going to be the MVP of the defense against the Jags. Just my opinion. What are your thoughts? Eric Armstead, in my opinion, is very underrated. He's very underrated. He's not that big flashy. I understand that he's probably not earning his pay rate, what he's getting paid, but he's not a bad D lineman. He's very consistent. He leads in pressures. He's always penetrating, and he's always bringing havoc to opposing quarterbacks. Does he have the sacks? No. But just because a player doesn't have sacks doesn't mean they're not effective within their defense. Eric Armstead has been very effective, but he hasn't had a breakout game. Maybe this will be a breakout game for Eric Armstead. I hope so. I would love to see it. I would love to see it, Karthik. Hopefully you're right, and this is a breakout game for him. I think the Rams could still be a Super Bowl contender. They are definitely. They are. I mean, they got to fix some issues. They really do. Losing Robert Woods was definitely a blow to their offense. But the Rams still have Matthew Stafford, Sean McVay. They should be much of a contender. But I don't think teams are afraid of the Rams. Teams know that if they play physical, they can challenge up with the Rams. Now, I know Von Miller's going to get better, and OBJ will be better on this team. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with them. What's up, Tom? Make sure you Wipe your feet. Make sure you guys wipe your feet and smash that like button for your boy. Niner Sickness. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. First and done. Now, do you think, Tommy, do you think the Rams have the chance to win that first bye? Do you think the Rams have the opportunity to have that bye? Because interesting enough, we all know that only one team gets a bye, not two. Or do you think it'll be the Cardinals, or will it be the Packers? Man, do you want to play the Packers in Lambeau in late December, early January? That's going to be tough. Seahawk Eddie. What's up, Seahawk Eddie? How you doing, sir? Make sure you hit that like button for me. Appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Oh, excuse me. From the Panthers in the 7th to the Eagles in the 11th, it's going to be a battle for the last wild card. You know what, Christian? Thank you for reminding me the Eagles. I forgot about the Eagles. The Eagles are very much in this race. It's going to be a battle. Absolutely. You're right, Christian. It's going to be a battle for that 7th spot in this year's playoff. The Niners cannot afford to lose games they're supposed to win. They're supposed to win this game against the Jaguars. This is the game you got to win. You cannot afford to lose games you're supposed to win. You could have a major game against the Jags because it can be very winnable game. And I don't know how their corners are, to be honest with you. Maybe Moses can answer this. I don't know if Moses have looked at the corners of the Jaguars. How good are their Jaguars corners? That's a very good question. The Jags have a solid defense, but if the Seahawks can beat them, we can. Moses, you need to watch the film. Norman got burned, and he goes inside and outside zone runs. Hey, but you never know. The ball can bounce very funny. Way away in the NFL. The Niners, sorry about that. Was that the one? Here we go. Even though they are worse than the Bills, Bills beat themselves. Absolutely. Clown Man, what's up? Ready to go, but the Niners cannot get complacent. Yep, absolutely. Make sure to hit that like button for me. Out of the last 2 Super Bowls, we've been in the recent Super Bowl against the Chiefs. Was our better shot at the Ring 6 than it was against the Ravens because we had a lead with the Chiefs, not the Ravens. You can say the momentum was different. That game against the Ravens should have been won by the Niners. We started to gain momentum. But that game against the Chiefs, to me, was more painful to lose. Because you were winning for 4 quarters. Early, you dominated quarter 1, quarter 2, and quarter 3. And you dominated for the first 7 minutes of quarter number 4. And then the wheels fell off. And the wagon just went off the cliff. And that, to me, was a devastating loss to the Chiefs, more than the loss to the Ravens. Okay, 34. Make sure you send me an email if you haven't done already. Remember, even though you're putting your score predictions in here, I appreciate it. But you got to send me an email because the last game that I did, the Rams and Niners, I had to sit and watch an hour of myself so that I can get everybody's score predictions. And even though I love myself, I did not enjoy watching myself for a whole hour. So I rather go through the emails, tally up the predictions there, and it makes it easier for me to announce the winner than having to watch this whole stream all over again just to get the score predictions. So it's very important that you send me an email because I don't want you guys to be hating on me on Tuesday where I announce the winner and you guys are like, hey, Beto or Niner Sickness, you never put me in that race. I'm like, and I put my prediction in the comments, but did you send me an email? You got to send me an email to qualify to be in the race for the predictions. So please keep that in mind. The Cards are getting the bye? Okay. You still believe in the Cardinals, Tommy, huh? Sickness, this is how confident I am. I watch the receivers. They ain't nobody. I can man up on them, look into their eyes, and ask how their families are. And I'm saying it and keeping it PG. Okay, now, question. What about their D-backs? How are the D-backs for the Jaguars, in your opinion? The Patriots with Mac Jones, they're looking pretty good, aren't they? Now, for those that wanted Mac Jones, chillax, chillax. Oh, we should have taken Mac Jones. What did we take? Trey Lance. Mac Jones is playing very well on a team that he landed on that was very suitable for him. Okay. We knew Mac Jones was NFL ready, young kid coming out, the most NFL ready coming out. Now, is he playing beyond what I thought he would? Yes. But to compare him or to say we should have gotten him instead of Trey, when Trey hasn't even played yet. You know what I mean? So, and I'm not referring to you, Christian. I brought it up because you brought up the Patriots, and not you, but other people are saying that we should have went for Jones instead of Trey, and I'm like, so next year, if Trey takes over and he becomes the quarterback that I think he can be, everyone that said this year we should have taken Mac will completely forget what they say. And they were like, yeah, let's go Trey. But if Trey doesn't become the quarterback that I think he will, they're going to say, see, I told you we should have taken Mac Jones. It's funny. All right. Thank you. Super Bowl versus the Ravens, even though we trailed the whole game, if that ref by the pylons calls that defensive PI or holding on Crabtree, we win that Super. Yeah. You got to referees, man. I hate having to leave the game to a call by the referee because referees will find a way to screw it up. And the game against the Chiefs, you're right. They were holding plays. They were holding, I mean, everybody holds on to Bosa. Everybody and their mamas are always holding on Bosa, and they don't call holding on Bosa. I don't understand that mind process. Okay, I like that. I like that. So you're predicting Kittle and Ayuk to have great games against the Jaguars DBs. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let Trey play first, like most people say. Don't judge a book by its cover, and give the kid some time to learn and be extremely familiar with the playbook. Yeah, well, this is my philosophy and this is my belief. Not just quarterback. Any player that gets drafted, you got to give them at least 3 years. Give them 3 years. Within 3 years, if they haven't shown that they can be somebody, they're not going to be anybody. Solomon Thomas, for example, we knew he was going to be a bust. Nick Bosa, we knew he was going to be a stud. Within the first 3 years, you will know what type of player you have. So I'm not saying anybody here is judging Trey, but you got to allow Trey the 3 years. And Mac Jones could be better. Maybe. Who knows? But you got to allow every individual player that gets drafted at least a minimum of 3 years to develop into that potential player you drafted them to be, in my book. It is prematurely to judge anybody under 3 years. Yeah, he's much bigger, actually. But it's a fair Mr. Darren Sproles of the Chargers and Philadelphia Eagles. Wasn't he fun to watch? Darren Sproles was fun to watch, unless you were playing against him. And I think Debo is now starting to be a player that is truly fun to watch. But I don't want him to be used too much as a running back because you do not want him to get hurt. I'm okay with a couple of plays here and there, but if you have Elijah Mitchell and if you have Jeff Wilson Jr., use them to run the ball, not Debo so much, in my opinion. This year was supposed to be a rebuilding year. I guess, though, things are going our way now. I never thought we were a rebuilding team because our roster is stacked. I think the problem with us is we just had a lot of injuries in 2020, and we started to get players back this year. I just think Kyle Shanahan went through a slump. Every coach goes through it, man. Look at Andy Reid. He's starting to get his feel back. They stomped on the Raiders, and they're starting to feel like they can get back into this game. I think Andy Reid and Kyle Shanahan both had a little bit of a slump, but I think they're gathering themselves, and I think they'll be fine. I think this game against the Rams and the game against the Raiders for the Chiefs were huge momentum type of games to turn it around. Let me make sure I don't miss nobody here. I love how Tommy and Moses are going. They're not being disrespectful to each other. They're just going at each other. I love it. Love it. They're keeping the comments going. Love it, love it, love it. Anyway, I'm gonna get off of here because I gotta take care of some errands. I gotta take care of some errands that I gotta take care of. But you guys have been amazing. Remember, guys, send me emails to ninersicknesspodcast@yahoo.com and give me your predictions there. There is where I need to have your predictions, is in the email. I know you guys put it in the comments, which is fine. But in order for you to be eligible to participate in the predictions and win a prize, it has to be through the email. So if you're watching me live, if you're watching this video on a replay, you have obviously until Sunday at 10 a.m. to put in your prediction. Anything after 10 a.m. on Sunday will not be valid. Okay? So you can send me your prediction anytime you want. Try not to change them because that gets confused. I know I have some people like they predict one thing and then a day later they predict something different and then they be wise in your prediction, and once you send it to me, stick with it. I would hate to have to choose the very first email you send me. Because I have people do that. Yes, everybody have a wonderful evening. Have a blessed evening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for participating. Make sure to send the email at NinerSicknessPodcast@yahoo.com. Good luck to everyone. Good luck. Good luck. And have a wonderful rest of the evening. Peace.